Last night was a very bad night for Ted Cruz. After being destroyed in Indiana by Donald Trump, he decided to end his presidential campaign. Let's watch a little bit of his concession speech and then we'll talk about it.
I love each and every one of you. From the beginning, I've said that I would continue on as long as there was a viable path to victory. Tonight, I'm sorry to say, it appears that path has been foreclosed. Together, we left it all on the field in Indiana. We gave it everything we've got. But the voters chose another path. With a heavy heart, but with boundless optimism for the long-term future of our nation, we are suspending our campaign.
Ouch, man. That didn't work out very well for him. Now, earlier in that speech, he actually gave a shout out and thanks to Carly Fiorina. Now, I want to say something about her first. Carly, worst running mate ever. She lasted like a week. I mean, I guess it was good that she was on the campaign because, I mean, now somebody's got to lay off the staff. And who better to do that than Carly Fiorina? It just kind of worked out so perfectly in ways that were completely unintended. It was almost divine. Now, the other thing is that, hey, wasn't Ted Cruz the guy, speaking of divine, right? Didn't he think that God told him to run? Wasn't he out there saying, God told me to run and he said I could be president? Well, look, they all pretty much say that, right? Now, it turns out, and I've said this before, that God is either punking all of these Republican politicians or he's the worst God ever. And it turns out he might be both. Punking all of them and the worst God ever because he apparently chose Donald frickin' Trump. But anyway, Ted Cruz, he's not done. Let's listen to the rest.
But hear me now. I am not suspending our fight for liberty. I am not suspending our fight to defend the Constitution, to defend the Judeo-Christian values that built America. Our movement will continue. And I give you my word that I will continue this fight with all of my strength and all of my ability.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, Ted Cruz is still going to be around, and he's going to be around to fight the gay. And now, of course, the transgender. But hey, at least he's not going to be doing it from as much of a place of authority, right? At least, he's not the president, which he could have been if Donald Trump hadn't Donkey Konged him in the head. But look, Ted Cruz, we all know this, I've said this before, this guy was creepy. And in my view, I think he was actually more dangerous than Donald Trump. Now, I said all along, Trump, he's kind of an idiot. And he's a malleable idiot at that. He's a showman. He plays the crowds, and he's actually pretty damn good at it. And the real danger for Trump is who he would have surrounded himself with, or who he would surround himself with in his cabinet. For example, if he picks a bunch of neocons, ooh, that's not going to be good news for anybody. Watch the fuck out. Now, for me, I think personally that Trump would pick his friends, people he knows. Now, we don't know what a possible Trump cabinet would look like. The guy could pick, like, I don't know, fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for, like, you know, a Secretary of State. Who knows? And he might actually be a good Secretary of State. I don't know. We don't know who Trump would pick. And that itself is scary. But we do know the types of people that hang around Ted Cruz. All these creepy, you know, far-right evangelical pastors that hate gay people, that want to stone gay people. They want to kill people who are different, deny people who are not Christians their specific brand of fundamentalist Christianity. They don't want them to be able to get involved in government. Oh man, See, that's the vision, the specific vision that Ted Cruz had for America. A fundamentalist Christian utopia, where the Bible, for lack of a better word, trumps everything. And LGBT people and atheists and Muslims and anybody else who doesn't agree with that specific version of Christianity have no rights. You say you can't do that. You have a constitution. Well, Ted Cruz, he may claim to be a constitutionalist, but really, he's not. Now, Cruz knew what he was doing. That's what made him so dangerous. The way he managed to use his knowledge of the delegate system to try to peel them away from Donald Trump. And it was pretty successful. Not successful enough, but it worked. He did get delegates from Trump, peeled them away. Look, man, I know being stupid is dangerous, but so is being a far-right ideologue and fundamentalist that knows what he's doing. That is far, far more dangerous. So, I guess there's one bright spot from yesterday when it comes to the Republican side. And I'm happy to report that Ted Cruz has been rejected.